Greetings, fellow time travelers, and welcome back. Today, we're dialing back to the year 2015, a year that brought both triumphs and tribulations to the forefront. This is old news. Story 1. The Paris Climate Agreement. Our first story takes us to the global stage as world leaders gathered in Paris to negotiate the historic Paris Climate Agreement in December 2015. This landmark accord aimed to combat climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, forging a path toward a sustainable future for our planet. The agreement set ambitious goals, including limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The Paris Agreement was adopted by 196 parties at the 21st UN Climate Change Conference. It emphasized the importance of global cooperation in addressing climate change and recognized the differentiated responsibilities of developed and developing countries. It also marked a significant departure from previous climate negotiations as countries committed to nationally determined contributions, or NDCs, to reduce emissions. The agreement entered into force on November 4, 2016, after ratification by enough countries. Story 2. The global refugee crisis. Surging in 2015 and 2016, millions of people fleeing conflicts, persecution, and economic hardship sought refuge in various parts of the world. The Syrian civil war, which began in 2011, led to widespread suffering and displacement as millions of Syrians continued to flee their war-torn homeland. Images of drowned Syrian toddler Alan Kurdi on a Turkish beach brought global attention to the crisis and prompted calls for action. Syrians fled to neighboring countries such as Turkey, Jordan, and Lebanon, but many also embarked on perilous journeys to Europe. The global crisis also included displaced people from Afghanistan, Iraq, and parts of Africa. European countries faced challenges in handling the influx of refugees, leading to debates about border control and asylum policies. Greece and Italy experienced a surge in arrivals by sea, leading to humanitarian efforts to aid and shelter to the refugees. It prompted discussions about immigration, compassion, and global responsibility. The crisis highlighted the vulnerabilities of displaced populations, including women and children, the need for a coordinated response, and burden sharing among countries, especially the role of wealthy nations in providing assistance. Story 3. Nepal earthquakes. 2 major earthquakes struck Nepal in 2015, with the first 7.8 magnitude on April 25th and a significant aftershock, 7.3 magnitude, on May 12th. Centered near Kathmandu, these earthquakes caused widespread destruction across Nepal, parts of India, Bangladesh, and Tibet. Over 9,000 people lost their lives, 20,000 were injured, and millions were displaced. The quake triggered an avalanche on Mount Everest, killing 2 people, the deadliest Everest incident on record. Historic buildings and UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Kathmandu Valley also suffered severe damage. The earthquakes highlighted the region's vulnerability to seismic events and prompted international humanitarian responses to aid recovery and rebuilding efforts. Story 4. The Marriage Equality Supreme Court Decision. In the United States, a historic Supreme Court decision legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, marking a major milestone in the fight for LGBTQ rights and equality. It was a momentous step forward for civil rights and social progress. Story 5. Pluto. In the realm of space exploration, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft conducted a historic flyby of Pluto, providing unprecedented images and data about the distant dwarf planet. It expanded our understanding of the outer reaches of our solar system. Story 6, the Star Wars revival. Cinematic history was made as Star Wars The Force Awakens hit theaters, rekindling the magic of a beloved galaxy far, far away. The first film in the sequel trilogy, its release brought generations of fans together and set the stage for a new era of Star Wars storytelling. As we journey through the events of 2015, we encounter a year marked by significant societal shifts, scientific achievements, and moments of solidarity. This has been Old News, a year in review. In the words of Winston Churchill, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. See you next year. See you next.